Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. So in today's video, you can see I got this whole new kitchen installed, and I wanted to show how I put a drawer head on. The kitchen was already installed actually before COVID, and the doors and drawer heads just finally came yesterday. So this is the 28th of September, I think. So it's been like 6 months that we've had the carcasses with no doors, and they're finally in. The doors are super easy to install, so that's why I'm not really going to show you the doors. I'm just going to show you the drawers. I can show you really quickly how the doors go on though. So if you're not familiar with this, this is called a European hinge, and basically this is made by BLUM, B-L-U-M. I'll put a link for BLUM down in the description for this and for the drawer slides. So basically there's a little tab on the back here. You pull that tab and that whole thing comes right off. Same thing to put it back on. Super easy. And the cabinet maker that built these, Haynes and Haynes out of Kirkville, New York, they drill all this out. They've got a machine that drills them all and that puts all your shelf pins in, as well as sets it up for your hinge. So these mounting screws have little molly type bolt things in them, and they go right in there, and then you screw it in and that's in there, right? And then this has a little scoop that's drilled out of the door, and then this cup fits right in there, and it's already got screws, so it's like everything's already pre-set up when it comes from them. And you just screw it in, click it on, boom. And then there's adjustment screws, so this screw makes the whole door go left to right, and then this screw makes the whole door go in and out, and then this screw makes the door go up and down. So you have full adjustment in every direction. There's no like loosening and moving and tightening. It's all literally just move the screw a little bit and it moves. And then there's soft close. Okay, so this is what I really wanted to show you today. Basically, these drawer slides, they're all hidden underneath here. These are BLUM drawer slides. Same thing. There's lots of adjustments on them. There's like this little wheel on the bottom on both sides, and you spin it and it'll move the door or the drawer head back and forth, the whole drawer, not the head. Then there's also a little tab here. You can see it sticking down a little bit probably, and you move that forward and backward, and that lifts the drawer up and down. So once the drawer head's on, long term, if you have to make any micro adjustments, you can do it without having to pull the drawer head off and do anything crazy. And then of course those are soft close as well. So basically to do this, first thing I'm going to do is empty the drawer. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. So I just want to show you these really quick while I got it here. There's some adjustments on the bottom. See this little wheel right there? There's one on both sides, and when you wheel that back and forth, it moves the whole drawer back and forth, left to right. And then there's this little tab here, and you can move this forward and backward, and you can see the whole drawer is moving up and down a little bit. And that's how you can get some micro adjustments after the drawer head's all installed, and 6 months down the road, things settle, you can just tweak that rather than taking the whole drawer head off and everything. And to pull the drawer out with these BLUM slides, there's these two orange little clips here. You're just gonna pull them and pull the drawer out. And then that unlocks it from the mechanism. You can push them back in, and we're ready to put the drawer head on. Basically, I already have it figured out, but you've got to measure to figure out where the drawer's actually got to go. Basically, when it's in the opening, you just measure to the sides and measure top and bottom, and you'll be able to figure out exactly where the drawer head's got to go. So here's my drawer head, and I'm going to lay it face down on the blanket here and set this on here, because in my case, I actually have these little handy template things that the cabinet guy gave me. And so there's one for each side, and that gives me my perfect reveal. And it's not exact, it's actually, the drawer head's a little bigger than this, so I've got it set a little bit heavy on both sides. And then this one goes on the bottom. So I just line that up all the way across. And that's going to be where that drawer head gets screwed in. Now, what I do is I use a, he told me to use a 3/8 bit, but I'm using a 5/16, which is a little smaller. I'm going to drill the 5/16 hole through the drawer only, the box, and then use a truss head screw to attach the drawer head. And what that does, because the hole will be much bigger, that I will have some room to tweak this thing around once it's installed. So to do that, I'm just going to drill 2 holes. And then knock out the dust while I'm in there. Okay. Okay. So again, I use my little blocks on each end. That gets the drawer centered. And then I'm going to use this little guy on the back. Okay. And then I like to use a little tiny bit just to get a pilot hole started for the truss head screw. All right, so again, just want to double check, make sure you're all centered, lined up everywhere good. And then I'm going to put that right in the dead center of this big hole. And I'm just starting the hole. You don't want to drill too much. You don't want to go through the face of the drawer. Then I'm going to grab my truss head screw, and with my fingers, I'll be able to find where the hole is and just get it set in the hole. And tighten it down. Then I'm going to move to the other side, do the same thing, use my blocks, make sure I'm good. Get my pilot hole, find my screw, there we go. All right. Hey, if you're getting anything of value out of this right now, go down below and hit that little thumbs up button. And if you like this kind of stuff, consider subscribing to the channel. On this channel, I do like business videos, how-to videos, tool reviews, stuff like that. General businessy, carpentry related type things. So, like, subscribe, share it with your friends if you want, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Now that it's screwed in, I'm going to just double check and make sure that it didn't move at all when I was screwing it in. And it looks good there. Looks good there. Now I'm going to come back over to the drawer, pull the slides out. Knock my dust out of my drawer. And set this on the slides. Now here's the tricky part. So under here, you have to grab this and click it into place. Same thing here, you just gotta grab that mechanism until it clicks. You're probably not gonna be able to see this in the camera, but you can check the reveal here, and here, and here, and here. And so actually, just by installing it with those blocks, it looks really close to the other one. Obviously, I've got to install all the drawer heads and then tweak them all once they're in place. And so to tweak them, basically, if that reveals off at all, I just open the drawer, loosen it just a little bit, and then move it. I do one side at a time, unless it has to move side to side. And like I said, there's all those adjustments on the bottom that you can do that with too. I just like to do it with the actual drawer head and the screws first and get it as close as I possibly can. I didn't even ever have drawer slides that had that before. It was always done with this. So this is a new feature that I got to get used to anyway. So that's basically how you do that. And then once the handles get screwed in, they get screwed through everything, so that will lock it in as well. And then once it's really locked in, you know it's not going anywhere, like it's perfect, then you can just take a couple 1 1/4 screws and drive them in to lock this thing in so that it can't move at all, and give it some more support as well. So the last thing I gotta do is add a handle, a temporary handle. And to do that, I use some painter's tape, and I put it on the back, the top, and then I fold it over and I put it on the face of the drawer, and then just kind of do that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Push it down, and then you have a way to get into the drawer again, because if there's no handle and then you start putting the next drawer on, you won't be able to get to it to open it up anyhow. So there you go. That is it. All right, well, thanks for watching. I really hope you got something out of this. If you did, make sure to thumbs up this video down below. And consider subscribing to the channel if you're into this kind of stuff. And if you do subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell right next to the subscribe button. And that will let you know when I come out with new videos. So, I guess that's about it. I'm super pumped. What do you think? Let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about these BLUM drawer slides. They're nice, right? All right. See you on the next video.